Up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and you're looking after yourselves. Tonight's video is going to be me top 5 NRL Grand Finals. So that's going from 1998, from when the first NRL season began, until present day. So before I get into the video, I'm just going to do a couple of shout outs. So there's been a couple of requests from people to give out a shout out, and some of the people I'm going to mention them because I think that they're good YouTubers and they deserve more subscribers and more views. And also, if you're in the rugby league and you not only like the stuff that I do, you might like the stuff that they do as well. So the first one I'm going to mention is National Sports Loaded. He's been a supporter of mine for a while now, so go and check out National Sports Loaded. The second one, NRL Clips. Do you like the NRL? Do you like clips? Then you're going to love NRL Clips. Go and subscribe to him. The third one, Nick from Australia, needs no introduction. Go and check out his channel. The fourth one, NRL Vidz 090. He's doing some videos at the moment, some card opening videos. He's doing a couple of top 5 videos, so go check that out. The fifth one, CG Moxley. He's just started out as a YouTuber. He's going to be doing some content really soon. Sixth one, Warriors NRL Fanatics. He talks about all things New Zealand, obviously. The seventh YouTuber, CT Dingo. He is meets within a teen house, I think, and follows him, but he also follows me and supports this channel as well. And the last one is the Cedar King, or you can go follow him on Instagram, but he uses a strange username which I found out today is his name spelt backwards. So his name's Simon Curry, but he calls himself Nomisruohkk. I think I said that right. I'll type all this stuff in the description below so you can find out where. Oh yeah, also go and check out In a Teen House as well. He's just doing a whole new image at the moment. He's got the new logo and he's got the new merchandise that he's releasing. So go check that out, and if you like it, go ahead and buy one of the shirts or whatever. So anyway, that's the shout outs on the road. So I'm going to get into the top 5. So this one's actually going to be in order compared to the other lists. So at number 5, I've chosen Manly versus Melbourne 2008. Manly won this match 40 points to 0. If you know me thoughts on Melbourne, or if you've watched me the club I hate the most video, it was a great day. I remember watching it at the pub. Manly absolutely smashed Melbourne. They were missing Cameron Smith, but for Manly to beat Melbourne 40-0, seeing Israel Folau and Billy Slater and all them crying like little babies, it was priceless. Also, Steve Menzies in his final game for Manly, he come on the field as a interchange and he scored that try in the corner. It was like the perfect day out for Manly fans, and especially with that try for Steve Menzies, it's like something out of a movie. It was like watching a movie with the script and everything going perfect. Fourth favourite grand final was 2004, Canterbury versus Eastern Suburbs. If you watch my rivalry video between Canterbury and Eastern Suburbs, I also talk about the early 2000s. There was some really nasty, spiteful matches there. In the same year, Eastern Suburbs beat Canterbury 35-0 at the Sydney Football Stadium. The two clubs met in the grand final that year. It was 13 points to 6, I believe, at half time, or 13 points to 0 to Eastern Suburbs. In the second half, Canterbury come back to win 16 points to 13. It was a very physical game, very close. Eastern Suburbs nearly won it on the full-time siren. If it wasn't for Andrew Ryan pulling off that tackle on Mick Crockett, then Eastern Suburbs would have won, but Canterbury held on to win their 8th premiership. Third favourite grand final was West Tigers against North Queensland. This was 2005. This grand final was, at the time, very tough for me to watch because, being a Parramatta fan, we were the best team all year, won the minor premiership, should have won the premiership, fell in the preliminary final against North Queensland. the game was very entertaining between West Tigers and North Queensland. Of course, Benji Marshall did that break, did the flick pass, which has been shown over and over again, Pat Richards scoring. It was also good to see West Tigers win for the fact that they'd only just merged as a club, Belmead and Western Suburbs, 5 years prior. If you know anything about Western Suburbs and Belmead, they hadn't won a premiership for a very long time. Western Suburbs hadn't won a grand final since 1952, hadn't been in a grand final since 1963, and Belmead hadn't won since 1969, last grand final 1989. So for both clubs and sets of supporters to win a grand final for the first time in that long, I bet you some of those people that jumped on board with West Tigers would have been waiting a lifetime to see their club or the club that they go for win a premiership. So I'm glad that West Tigers won, and both sets of the old supporters got to see their club win a premiership and know what it feels like. My second favourite grand final since the NRL's begun in 1998, the current era, is Cronulla and Melbourne. So Cronulla were looking to win their first grand final in nearly 50 years. It was their 49th year in the competition. Melbourne were minor premiers that year. The two clubs played each other in the last round, and Melbourne beat them comprehensively to win the minor premiership. This grand final was very tense, very tough. Cronulla took a 8-0 lead going into half time, and then in the second half, Melbourne come back with 2 tries through Bromwich and Will Chambers. And I remember I was at the pub and I'm going, no, fuck no, it's fucking going to happen again. Cronulla's going to choke and Melbourne's going to win. And then Andrew Fafita scored one of the gutsiest grand final tries I've seen. He run the ball at the line, hit and spun. He took about 5 Melbourne players over the line with him and put the ball down. It's kind of ironic that he scored the winning try, considering that a week earlier one of the journalists, Rebecca Wilson, said that, well, she did an article saying Andrew Fafita has no place in the game of rugby league, and Andrew Fafita goes and scores the winning try. The match went down to the final siren. Melbourne shifted the ball to the left, shifted the ball to the right. But 4 minutes before that, they should have won the grand final. Will Chambers grubbing through, had Cooper Cronk on the inside, didn't see him, didn't pass the ball. But yeah, as I said, final siren had gone. The ball went to the left, ball went to the right. Cronulla tackled Marika Koroibete with the ball, won their first grand final in 49 years. And my favourite grand final of the NRL era is South Sydney against Canterbury in 2014. So South were in their first grand final since 1971. Canterbury were in their second grand final in 3 years. But the whole week leading into the match, you wouldn't even think there was any other team in the grand final but South Sydney. The whole build up to the match was all South. I remember that week I was staying with our lass in Botany, which is South Sydney territory, and there was people painting their fences green and red. There was people painting their houses green and red, roofs. There was streamers everywhere. It was absolutely crazy, like. And I remember about 80% of the crowd was all South, so it was just a sea of green and red. And then before the players run out, they rung the bell, and George Piggins was there, and some of the South legends were there. John Sattler, Russell Crowe was there. George Burgess scored that great try. Everything just seemed to go right for South Sydney that night. They won 30 points to 6, got their first premiership in 43 years, and I was absolutely delighted for them to win that premiership after waiting so long. So that's my list. That's my top 5 favourite NRL grand finals since the NRL began in 1998 under its current guise. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're enjoying the content, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be releasing further videos coming up in the week. And I also run a Rugby League history page on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description below, and I also run the Instagram page as well, which is called Rugby League History. I'll put a link in the description next to the Facebook link. But as always, everyone, Take care of yourselves. Catch us all later. Ta-ra.